What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we are really looking at that ESPN simulation more into detail this time. So let's get right into it. Most of you guys know by now that the ESPN simulation came out saying that the Lions were going to be terrible for 2019. Now, if you guys didn't know about this, I actually have a video on it where I reacted to it, so you guys can definitely go check that out if you want to. I posted it yesterday, so it's probably 2 or 3 videos ago. But either way, now we can look at this more into detail and really figure out why they're saying this about the Detroit Lions. So basically, they're saying the Lions will start off 0-11, fire Matt Patricia, and then finish off the season pretty well. Okay, that's basically their thought process. And I think number one, that screams that, okay, they're really hating on my guy Matty P. Okay, if you're gonna say the Lions are gonna start off 0-11 and then finish off well, that means you're just hating on Matt Patricia straight up. Now let's get right into this. So let's see what they had to say. So the first thing they said is at Arizona Cardinals, the Lions would start off with a loss, 36-10. Let me just say it again. 36-10 versus the Arizona Cardinals. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? If you want to look at last year's games versus the Jets, you would say, oh, Sam Darnold, you know, he's a rookie quarterback. Lions struggled. Okay, good. But first of all, that's not going to happen again, okay? So you can't just take that. And at the same time, if this means anything, maybe it doesn't. ESPN actually has spreads for NFL games by the week. And for week 1, they actually have the Lions favored to win by 2 points. But yet they're saying in the simulation that they will lose by 26. Now, let me throw out a little disclaimer here, okay? Because basically, they picked one simulation out of 20,000. Now, I'm not sure if this is the average or what, but I'm pretty sure they just picked one. So, someone said that maybe in another dimension, the Lions actually start off 11-0, and that probably could have happened if you go through all the simulations. Now, maybe not 11-0, but better than 0-11. So, for one, this kind of just shows me how much hate there is for the Detroit Lions, right? How much little respect the Lions get. If you're going to put out the article or the simulation that says the Lions will start off 0-11, that's pretty crazy. There's definitely better simulations, I can guess. Okay, but now let's look into week 2 versus the Chargers. They have us losing 31-27, which is more respectable. Chargers are a good team. We're at home 31-27. I like that prediction. I'm not mad about that prediction. High scoring offense and Chargers, okay. Week 3 at Eagles. Gonna be tough. You have us losing 26-16. Again, I'm not even gonna argue with that. I'm not. Okay, whatever. Okay, then we have week 4 versus the Chiefs, and you have us losing 22-17. So basically, you're saying we're gonna hold the Chiefs to 22, but we're gonna give them more points to the Cardinals, the Chargers, and the Eagles. Okay, that makes sense to me. And at the same time, we'd only score 17 versus the Chiefs. Meanwhile, we only could score 10 points versus the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, I'm struggling to really understand this. Okay, now, into the bye, right? We got a bye week. Say we're 0-4. Okay, I'm not gonna argue with the first 4 games. We're into the bye week. Now, coming out of the bye week, we play at Green Bay. We play the Packers, right? How are we going to do against the Green Bay Packers? I think this is a game that we should definitely win. Over the last 2 years, we have won all 4 matchups with the Green Bay Packers. And if you want to say, okay, well, maybe Aaron Rodgers was injured one of those games, good, that's great. Either way, we won all 4 games, and there's really no debating whether or not we have, because we have. And a lot of those games is actually dominated. So, what do we know about the Packers? Well, every single year going into this season, they're usually highly ranked, and they're usually like all hyped up, like, hey, now they're going to be good, right? They got Aaron Rodgers. That's the one thing I hear every single time you hear about the Packers. Number 1, they have Aaron Rodgers. And number 2, now for this year, Matt LaFleur, new offense, they should be great. Whatever. So they have us losing in this game 34-7, okay? 34-7 at Green Bay. Meanwhile, we only lose by 5 to the Chiefs. 5, okay? So apparently going to Green Bay is that big where we're going to lose by 27 points on the road. Okay, yes, that makes sense. Now we're going to play the Vikings next, and we are going to lose this game as well. Not surprising because we start off 0-11. Now they have us losing by 3 in this game, which honestly isn't terrible, but still, we're losing to the Vikings, and Vikings, I can understand why you would put this. I'm not mad if you put this as a loss, as long as you have some other wins in here, okay? To the Giants by a point. Now, if we lose to the Giants, I'm going to be honest, I would be surprised. I don't think we're going to lose to the Giants. I don't even know who their quarterback is. I don't think they know who their starting quarterback is. Is it Daniel Jones or is it Eli Manning, okay? I don't know. Saquon Barkley's nice, don't get me wrong, but I just don't see them beating the Detroit Lions. Not team versus team, I just don't see that happening, okay? We've also played pretty well against the Giants in the past, at least recently. And then they also have us losing to the Raiders 14-9. So let's put that into context real quick. They have our lowest scoring game coming against the Raiders, where we only put up 9 points. Yes, 3 field goals versus the Raiders. Okay, yes, that makes a lot of sense. And then we're going to give up 14 points to the Raiders. Okay, I can understand giving up 14 points, but only scoring 9, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand that, right? And they also have us losing next to at Chicago. Not surprising, right? They have to. Then versus the Cowboys, then at the Redskins. Okay, so basically what they're coming out here and saying is this. You aren't going to win until week 13 of the NFL season. You're not going to win until week 13 because you're going to start off 0-11. And yes, that somehow to them makes sense. So basically, we're going to lose to the Redskins. We're going to lose to the Bears. We're going to lose to the Vikings. We're going to lose to the Packers. We're going to lose to all of our divisional teams. We're also going to lose to the Giants. Also going to lose to the Raiders. You guys heard it. I went through it, okay? The problem that I have with this is just the weird scores. The scores don't add up to me. The scores ain't adding up. First of all, let me just say right now, there's no way for me to completely prove to you, okay, yes, this is why they're going to win, because you can't do that. You can't do this with anything. Obviously, simulations. But the problem I have with this simulation is the fact that they picked 1 out of the 20,000 that has the Lions going 0-11, okay? If I'm understanding that wrong, let me know in the comments below, but that's at least my understanding. And either way, if you have them going 0-11, how do you have them starting off 0-11? I don't understand where you're getting that. And the fact that we're going to lose to some of these teams, I mean, the fact that we're going to lose to the Cardinals by 26, meanwhile we're only going to lose to the Chiefs by 5, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand where you get that number. Now, obviously, things don't match up exactly right. Maybe we'll play them tougher. Maybe you're thinking, okay, we're going to play the bad teams worse. Sure, that might make sense, right? But then you're having us losing to the Raiders by 5 and also the Giants by 1, okay? I don't see losing both of those games. I just don't see that happening. So let me just say now, here and right now, going to the season, it won't happen. The Lions will not go 0-11. Now, I'm going to have my predictions coming out a little bit later on the entire NFL at some point. But right now, it's not going to happen. Let me just say straight up, the Lions will not go 0-11, okay? And if you disagree with me, you can let me know in the comments below, but I think you're going to be wrong about that if I'm just being completely honest. The Lions will not start 0-11, and I just don't see that happening. But what really grinds my gears, I guess is the best way to say it, is the fact that they say not only will the Lions start 0-11, no, but they're going to fire Matt Patricia, and once Matt Patricia is out of there, they're going to win 4 games. They're going to win 4 games. So all of a sudden, the Lions are good, right? They're hot trash, hot trash. All of a sudden, they're good. How in the world does that happen to me? How you have us winning a game once Matt Patricia is fired, winning 4 of those last couple games, but yet we can't win a single game through the first 11. I don't see it happening. And if this has to do with preseason, I don't know what it is. Don't worry about it if it's preseason. The Lions won't go 0-11. I mean, we'll get you 1. We'll at least get you 1, okay? They'll at least be 1-10 by this time, right? I just don't see them going 0-11. I want to hear your thoughts and comments below, but that's basically all I have to say about this article. Just don't believe it. Lions are not going to go 0-11 unless you believe they will. You can let me know in the comments, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think you're right with that prediction. Now, if you guys can just let me know your thoughts and comments, that would be great. I appreciate y'all for stopping in because I just kind of want to get my thoughts on this article, okay? I know I had some strong feelings about it, but this stuff just kind of gets on my nerves. You picked 1 out of the 20,000 simulations that had the Lions going 0-11. That way you could say that they're going to fire Matt Patricia, and not only do you say they're going to fire Matt Patricia, but all of a sudden they're going to start winning games, and that just gets on my nerves, the disrespect there. We're going to earn some respect, and honestly, I'm going to let them keep sleeping. I'm not mad about them sleeping. I mean, I may seem like I'm mad, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy they are because when it happens and when we start balling and when we start winning games, it'd be like, huh, I didn't think they were going to do that. I thought they were going to start 0-11. And it'd be like, yeah, well, you're crazy, okay? Anyways, just let me know your thoughts, comments below. Thank you, Prod, for watching, and I'm out.